There's always something that is bringing the Browns right into the center of the NFL universe. Right now, it's Shedeur Sanders, right? I mean, there is just so much content, so much debate. The Browns are coming off of a 3-14 season, but every time you turn on television, every time you turn on anything, NBC, ESPN, CBS, you name it, the Cleveland Browns are right there front and center, and everyone's talking about Shedeur. So they have remained relevant even when they're not winning.
Mary Kay Cabot has finally broken her silence, and she's going all in on Shedeur Sanders as the true future quarterback of the Cleveland Browns. In a fiery statement, she claimed that every bit of attention on the Browns right now exists only because of Sanders. According to her, after a humiliating season, Shedeur is the single reason the Browns are even being talked about at all. Without him, she insisted the franchise would have already faded into complete irrelevance. But she didn't stop there. Mary Kay dropped shocking bombshells that are guaranteed to stir up massive controversy. Let's break it all down.
It was too much value to pass up there, a developmental quarterback that they could take a look at and just kind of see what they had. And if it didn't work out, then you move on from it.
Made it crystal clear that Shedeur Sanders is simply too talented to ignore, demanding that the Browns give him a real chance. According to her, if he doesn't live up to the hype, though she's absolutely convinced he will, then the team can move on. But right now, the value he brings is way bigger than what the Browns have put into him. It's a gamble worth taking, and she believes it's one the team simply cannot afford to blow. Mary Kay Cabot went further, blasting the Browns for trying to manage Shedeur Sanders' rising fame, saying they thought they could control the narrative and keep the spotlight on their own terms. However, she argued that this is not how it works with a player like Shedeur Sanders, who already comes with a massive built-in audience and loyal fan base. When the Browns try to downplay him or shove him aside to steal the spotlight, it completely backfires, piling even more pressure on the franchise. The harder they push to remove Shedeur from the center of attention, the more criticism and scrutiny rains down on them. In reality, the Browns' mishandling of Shedeur's presence is creating bigger problems than it's actually solving.
Well, I think that this is a football team that really tries to kind of block out some of that noise or tell themselves that they can handle it, that they can handle the storm that's going to come with a player like Shedeur.
Mary Kay Cabot then stressed that the Browns didn't just bring in Shedeur Sanders because of his massive fan base or his play on the field. They genuinely admired him as a person. Even though the Browns might not fully see his greatness yet, she firmly believes Shedeur is a rare individual who carries a powerful aura everywhere he goes. She made it clear this wasn't some random claim. She's witnessed it herself when she spent time around him in Colorado at red carpet events and private gatherings. In short, Mary Kay suggested that Shedeur's personality and undeniable presence are just as valuable as his talent, and the Browns know it, too. She believes this quality will eventually force the team to give him the playing time he truly deserves.
Because when they got to know Shedeur during the pre-draft process, they really liked him a lot as a human being. And I did too. I was out at the showcase in Colorado. I watched him move around Radio Row at the Super Bowl. And I really, really tried to figure out what kind of young man this was. I remember watching him on the red carpet at the NFL Honors Show, just everything. I took it all in. And I really ended up liking him as a person as well, and I still do.
Mary Kay Cabot declared that Shedeur Sanders is the complete package. He carries himself with class, takes care of everything the right way, and has built solid relationships with fellow quarterbacks, especially Joe Flacco. She noted that inside the Browns organization, Shedeur has been nothing but a positive presence, yet the real pressure is coming from the massive outside support surrounding him. In her view, it's this external spotlight that's truly weighing down on the Browns. The key point, she emphasized, is that Shedeur himself has never complained or stirred up any drama, but his fan base is extremely loud and refuses to let any hint of unfair treatment slide. This unstoppable wave of fan support is magnifying the entire situation, and it's something the Browns will be forced to deal with very carefully.
Shedeur the person, and they have. I mean, he gets along great with all of the other quarterbacks. Joe Flacco, I always see those two guys laughing together and having a great time together. I just don't think inside the building it's been anywhere near what it's been outside.
Mary Kay Cabot made it clear that Shedeur Sanders' arm strength and decision-making speed are nothing short of extraordinary. She called those skills his true superpowers when it comes to slinging the football. While he may not dominate in every single area of the game, she stressed that he's still more than solid across the board. She firmly believes that once Joe Flacco's time with the Browns comes to an end, Shedeur will step in and take over as the starting quarterback. In her mind, there's zero doubt. His moment to shine is coming, and he will own that role when the timing is right. What makes this even more shocking is that Mary Kay, who was once one of Shedeur Sanders' harshest critics, has completely flipped her stance and is now backing him without hesitation. At one point, she didn't just praise Shedeur Sanders for what he does on the field. She went even further, highlighting the powerful impact he's already making inside the Browns' locker room. She explained that Shedeur has quickly earned the respect of his teammates, something that's extremely rare and hard to achieve in the NFL. For Kay Cabot, it's not only about his big arm or pinpoint accuracy. It's about the way he carries himself, the leadership qualities he naturally brings, and the maturity he shows, which even stands out compared to longtime league veterans. To her, this says everything about Shedeur's character and why he's rapidly gaining the trust of everyone around him.
As far as being a teammate, he's doing a tremendous job with that, and I really like his personality. I've really enjoyed what I've seen and heard from him as a person, as a human being. So that's been really, really cool to watch him kind of blossom and grow here. I caught a moment with him.
Shedeur Sanders is changing the Browns whether people like it or not. Kay Cabot's bold words prove the spotlight is only getting hotter. Fans believe he's the future, critics think it's a gamble. One thing's certain, this debate isn't going away anytime soon. Backhand index pointing right, like, share and subscribe now for more breaking NFL drama.